You have read the title. This video is about Sonic music. Now, if you are cool, then you will know about the huge amount of Sonic music from the past 32 years almost now. And I gotta say, there are some bangers here. Now, why make this video? Why talk about just Sonic music? What is life? Oh yeah, because Sonic music is fucking peak! Let's quickly cover some of the OSTs from Sonic games. And what better place to start is from the very beginning, Sonic the Hedgehog. So, quick history lesson here. Video game music was very new in 1991, and to make it good sometimes could be a challenge. And the composer they got was Nazuto Nakamura. I can't say Japanese names. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Sega, please don't kill me. Only way you could write music for the game was early screenshots of gameplay, and well, I'll let you judge the first ever track you can hear in the game. Now yes, this song would go on to be overused even up till now in the present day, but this song really makes Green Hill what it is today. The pop music that you can hear, the upbeat track that adds to the level so much. The game's entire OST matches all the aesthetics from an underground palace with lava, or an underground water death trap, or Robotnik's base for the final zone. This game's OST gets an easy 8 out of 10, and it's a great start. Now, I really only wanted to cover Sonic 1, so yeah, here are the rest of the classic games just really quickly. They basically just follow in the footsteps of Sonic 1, and I'll give them all the same rating of 8 out of 10. But once again, years have passed and the 2D platform era was coming to an end, as 3D started getting popular. So Sega was working hard on the next game, a huge game that took everything from the classic games and turned them into a giant adventure. Or should I say, Sonic Adventure. This game was the turning point for Sega, as they weren't restricted by the Genesis's hardware anymore, so they could make any songs they liked for this game. So they made a main theme for the game, which to my knowledge is the first mainline vocal track, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but the song was called Open Your Heart, and my god, what a track. The start of the song sounds dark and terrifying, but then it hits you with that guitar and drums, and it's just so good. Take a listen. And this was actually the rise of each character having a main theme of their own. To Sonic's It Doesn't Matter with the same vibes as the main theme. Knuckles' rap in Unknown from ME. Obviously not all songs were bangers, but it was a great direction. The level themes were very good as well, fitting the environments perfectly. Casinos, tornadoes, robotic facilities, cities, such a great soundtrack. Gets a 9.5 out of 10. Now it would get a 10 out of 10, but what are sequels for, right? Instantly with the main theme Live and Learn, you know the song's got an amazing start, and it's recognizable to almost any Sonic fan. And you see, most normies would be like, oh, so they just did Rock again? No! Shut the fuck up! This theme also plays like Sonic Adventure for the final boss of the game. The climax of the whole story, the whole entire game, with the final boss on a space station, stopping it from crashing into the Earth from a giant lizard as the prototype for the ultimate life form. God, people who don't play Sonic will be very confused. My point is that it is a very hype song because it is used in this event. And that's why it is one of my favorite songs of all time. Playing this game as an 11-year-old blew my fucking mind. I played it years after 2001. Hell, it was like 2017, so that's like 16 years later. But man, what a great song. Continuing after the first game, having themes for all the characters, having some vocal themes for levels too this time, mixing in new genres like drum and bass into the mix along with some EDM. Overall, this game's OST is absolute peak and gets a 10 out of 10. Great game, great soundtrack, can't wait for Movie 3 to use Live and Learn for the climax of the film. Sega don't fuck me over, I swear to God. Anyway, there are a lot of games that I would say have great soundtracks, but I mean, I don't want to say it. Fine. Sonic Heroes sucks. Okay, I'm sorry Sonic Twitter, but also, I'm not sorry. Sonic Heroes sucks a lot. The main theme just doesn't have the same effect. It just sounds more basic than its previous game. Now, obviously this game is much different than its predecessors. Anyway, each team in Heroes gets a theme, just like before. Anyway, I'll rank them all quickly so you can kind of get an idea for what I think of this game. We Can, which is like the main theme for Team Sonic, kind of sucks, but I don't know, it's a 6 out of 10. It's not the worst thing ever, but also it's not the greatest. Follow Me is mediocre. I know there's a lot of people who like this song, but I just don't like it. It's not for me. 5 out of 10. This Machine, absolute banger song, only good song in Heroes. Holy shit, what the fuck? And obviously Team Chaotix is amazing. We love this song. I'm just gonna let you listen to it for a little bit. Anyway, now, the level themes are good. No disrespect to them at all. You thought I was going to say something bad about them. Hell no, they're pretty good. And the best thing about the soundtrack, besides Team Chaotix and Team Dark theme, is the final boss theme, What I'm Made Of. I'll let this one speak for itself, as it's incredible. Incredible ending theme for the game. Sure, the game may have been mid, but this soundtrack in some areas is a downgrade. But no matter how you try and spin Sonic games, the soundtracks are always bangers. Well, except for one, but we're going to talk about that later. 7 out of 10 because it's a downgrade, but it's still pretty good. And by the way, we are skipping Shadow the Hedgehog because I'm gonna be real, I don't count it. But if you are curious, it's like a 6 out of 10 for me.
I kind of need to take a piss, so I'm gonna let OreoGod do the next OSTs for a bit. I'll be back in a second. Everyone, welcome OreoGod.
You better wash your hands before you get back. But anyways, let's begin with 06. Compared to the previous Sonic soundtracks, 06 takes a huge, grand, orchestral feel to all the rock. So you still have a very Sonic-feeling soundtrack, while having these new, high-budget arrangements all mixed in together. For example, you have the beautiful, serene Wave Ocean that's super relaxed, but then you also have Kingdom Valley that really goes in on the orchestral side. But then you have songs like Crisis City, playing these instruments in a very intense atmosphere, mixed with these hard synthesizers. And actually, the vocal tracks cover a very wide variety of genres. Sonic goes for orchestral rock, Shadow goes for the Crush 40 style of rock, and Silver actually goes for an EDM relaxed kind of tone. Honestly, a fantastic soundtrack. To me, it's one of the best in the series. Never before had we had a Sonic soundtrack that felt this big and grand. But now, we move on to Secret Rings. While Secret Rings doesn't exactly match the beauty of 06's soundtrack, it instead focuses on high-energy rock, and it has a lot of vocal samples mixed in throughout it. And all of this comes together to add a lot of styles to the world of the Arabian Nights. Let the Speed Menda has a lot of instruments that really fit the Arabian Nights theme, and Blue on the Run just goes so hard. However, there is one problem with this soundtrack. The song 7 Rings in Hand. I think it's okay, but the amount of times that you hear that damn opening, I get very, very sick of this song. But still, overall, I am a big fan of this soundtrack. No such thing as fate for those who speed. And with that out of the way, we move on to Sonic Unleashed. Now, when it comes to Unleashed, I'd say that it's similar to 06, purely because it has a lot more orchestral instruments. But where 06 sometimes used them, Unleashed goes far beyond what it ever did. You have songs like Savannah Citadel, where the guitar is very front and center, and the drums are on crack. But now you have a bunch of flutes and violins, and everything is just coming together a lot more than it did in 06. Arid Stance perfectly goes for the sandy aesthetic, and Skyscraper Scamper perfectly fits the rush of America. because this country sucks. And then, topping everything off, we have Endless Possibility. It may not be my favorite Sonic theme, but my god, it perfectly fits the theme of the game and everything it ever wanted to do. This song perfectly captures the feel and atmosphere of Sonic Unleashed, traveling across the whole world.
The possibilities are never-ending. I see it, and now it's all within my reach.
And here we have Sonic and the Black Knight. This soundtrack is similar to Secret Rings, but it feels a lot more grungy and gloomier. But it still captures that Sonic sense to make areas like Deep Wood somber, but Molten Mine is high energy. But to fit this more grungy aesthetic, you have songs like Dragon's Lair that just shreds in the beginning. But to me, the most outstanding thing about this soundtrack is that it has 6 Crush 40 songs. That is the most in any Sonic game. Of course, the standout track is Night of the Wind. What more can I really say about this song? It's fantastic. But then there's something unexpected. Live Life is such a beautiful song that I never expected Crush 40 to make. I see this song as a perfect way to say goodbye to this era of Sonic. Well, it looks like somebody's back from the bathroom. Thank you so much for having me on, and enjoy the rest of the video.
No problem. And for the record, I did wash my hands in there.
Anyway, next game we get is, you guessed it, oh god, I don't want to do this game. Alrighty, so Sonic Colors is, for me, a mixed bag game. I don't know why Sega remastered this game, but whatever. The OST is mainly just kind of average. It's got good level themes, but the one and only main theme kind of mid, kind of sucks. I don't know, it gets a 5 out of 10 for me for the whole soundtrack, which is the lowest rating so far. It's got some bangers, but compared to one game ago, Sonic Unleashed, gotta give credit where credit's due. And this game does not need any credit. This game's soundtrack does nothing new, it doesn't innovate at all. Anyway, the next game, oh, this game is good. So this game isn't like any of the other games. This is a celebration game, so I can't go, no main theme, 3 out of 10, since that's not really the point of this game. That's not why the soundtrack is good. It takes from all the previous games in the series and remixes the track to make some banger tracks. The soundtrack gets an 8 out of 10 because I really like it. And my favorite track has to be the Open Your Heart remix, as it just sounds awesome. Overall, the rest of the soundtrack's great. It's got some amazing remixes, and I love them. Anyway, I'm gonna skip some more games, but we're on the home stretch. Lost World and Mania are being skipped, but I'll give my quick rating. Lost World sucks. Boring Mario sound and soundtrack, motherfuckers. 5 out of 10. Mania gets an 8 out of 10. Like Generations, because it is just remixes. So I feel like I couldn't give it a 9 out of 10 since that seems too high, but I still love the soundtrack. Anyway, let me check in the script what we got next, and oh god, can we skip this one too? Alright, let's do this. So this game has, I think, one of the worst Sonic soundtracks. The main theme is there, but it sucks. I'm sorry, but it just does. I know people love to defend this soundtrack saying, oh, well, at least Forces has this soundtrack. No, it's just not good. You're on the copium, my guy. Compared to what we have gotten from other games, it just doesn't sound good. The drop is good, though, okay? I think that's probably the only reason why people like it, but the rest of it's mid. Now, this game tried EDM, but kind of failed, as for a war-torn world, EDM doesn't fit, in my opinion. I mean, at least if it was done well, it could have fit. And the classic Sonic songs suck so much they make my ears bleed. Shoot me in the head with a 9mm right this instance. It just sounded like it tried to emulate the Genesis sound chip, but instead of using the Genesis sound chip, they were like, fuck that, let's make one that sounds like it, but worse. If I were to say one song that was good, it would be the final boss theme, seeing as it does sound pretty good. It's got some good drums and shit, and I like it. Overall, the soundtrack gets a 4.5 out of 10, making it my least favorite soundtrack of all Sonic games. It's alright, it's kinda shit though, compared to other soundtracks in the Sonic franchise, but it's not like, it's not gonna kill me. I'm over exaggerating a bit. 4.5 is like mediocre. Anyway, home stretch baby, last game. And it's all, oh yes, okay, yep, we got a good one. So my Sonic Frontiers review is still taking a while, so I'll give you some early opinions on my rating, but I think this game, as just a whole, soundtrack included, and also the entire game, is a 9 out of 10 in total. But for the soundtrack, give me a second so I can explain it to you. So the main thing I'm here just sounds so good. It tells the story of the game perfectly while making it feel like Sonic. It has a somber opening, and it has that rock emphasis that just makes it Sonic. Just take a listen. And while they do use EDM again, but this time it just makes more sense. And they did it pretty well. The cyberspace songs are pretty fire. Also, the first ones like 1-5 and 1-7 are pretty good, but I'm still undecided, so I'll probably post a tier list on Twitter, so follow me there. At Scully Main, it's on screen right there. You can pause it and go do it, but come back to the video or do it after. It's in the description as well. So options, people, options. Anyway, the island themes really do a great job at feeling somber and alone on these islands full of mystery. Like, it just works. Wow. Now, all these things are great, but let's cover the other vocal themes. Now, what genre do you think Sonic would go in for some supersonic boss fights? More rock? Nope! Heavy metal, baby! God, what a direction. 3 supersonic boss fight themes, and they all scream. No, literally. They all scream. Literally. Kel and Quinn, thank you for these songs. They are fire. I listen to these motherfucking daily. Like, man, such good songs. Anyway, 3 more vocal themes. They aren't heavy metal ones. Those are the 3 only heavy metal ones. And they are sort of ending themes for the game. Dear Father, which is kind of like Chip's theme, but I don't know, it doesn't hit as hard. It's for Sage, which is one of the characters. But, yeah.
Father, I just wanna tell you, thank you for all that you've given me.
It's good though nonetheless, but I don't know. You guys decide. It's like mediocre for me. Then 2 ending themes for the game. First one is Vandalized, which gotta say 1OK Rock did a great job and I love the song. Now the final song is a different one. One Way Dream, which I think is a banger, but also the song tells the story of Sonic Team and how difficult it has been making Sonic games, but how they have their sights set beyond the moon.
Obstacles are no excuse. Come what may, there's nothing to lose. Turbulence won't stop us, we'll keep pulling through.
It's cool how they did that for Sonic Frontiers, though, having a song that kind of tells the story of Sonic Team. It's cool. Well, at least right now, this is my favorite Sonic soundtrack of them all, because it's new, it's fresh, and I love it. The Sonic soundtrack show me why I like Sonic and why I keep buying these games and supporting them. Anyway, if you have not picked up yet on why Sonic songs are so good, get out. I'm not kidding. If you don't understand after however long this video has been going on for, I think probably we're reaching 18 minutes now, then you should leave and go eat rocks on the side of the highway. Listen to, I don't fucking know, Ed Sheeran. Kidding, obviously. YouTube don't ban me for threatening my viewers. Anyway, all these songs are amazing, and that's just the mainline songs. There are so many more out there, so go onto Spotify and find a playlist with some Sonic songs, or make your own playlist. And if you got some time to go type in the comments about what you think about Sonic music, I would love to hear from you guys, as my most recent video, there were tons of discussion, and it was really cool reading all your comments. And yes, I've read every single one, so I probably do the same for this video, so please don't leave anything mean, but yeah, you guys are cool, so I don't think you guys would.
So go check them out.
And if you're down there already, why not just subscribe? We're real, subscriptions have been going crazy with these videos. I mean, I tripled my sub count in a few months. And, you know, it's been nice getting a little community going here. So if you want to talk to me more than just for the YouTube comment sections, I got a Discord server and a Twitter. Tweet some opinions at me. I'll try and reply to as many as possible, but yeah.
Also, a huge shout out to OreoGod. He did some lines earlier while I was taking a piss, and he is a really good guy. So if you haven't heard of him and want to see more of his stuff, go subscribe to him. First link in the description below. He also makes Sonic videos like me, so if you like these videos, you'll probably like his videos.
Anyway, sorry for selling out a little bit. If you do enjoy these videos and want more and want me to keep making them, all you have to do is just subscribe. That's the best way to help me out, man. It makes YouTube promote these videos more, it gains more of an audience, and I have more of a reason to make these videos. I mean, even if you don't subscribe, I'll still make the videos, but still. Anyway, I'm gonna go work on some more videos and listen to more Sonic music. I suggest you also listen to some Sonic music since it's pretty good. And hey, I swear that Sonic Frontiers review is coming soon. And anyway, see ya frickin' nerds.